What is going on, guys? It is Nate here, and right now it is 3 p.m. on New Year's Eve, but I'm sure by the time I render this out and upload it that it'll be sometime towards the night, and some of you guys somewhere in the world will already be celebrating New Year's. So by the time you're watching this, I don't know what you're doing up still. You should be in bed, you people in Australia. Happy New Year's, happy 2015. 2014 was a good year, I think. It was one of the most, I don't know, growing years mentally or maturity wise for me. I feel like I learned a lot, had a bunch of tough lessons, but I came out on top. That's what she said. And pretty much just let's hope that 2015 is better, because no matter how good your 2014 was, it's always good to wish that the next year was better. So basically what I pretty much wanted to talk about was two things, and the first thing is just kind of like a personal favor. If any of you know where I can make like video intros or a new logo or something like that, if you know any programs or people or anything that that know how to make those, pretty much. And the key thing is that it has to be free, because honestly I'm doing YouTube for a hobby, it's not my job, and I do want to spice things up and make it look a bit more professional. And I'm sorry if you can hear my family in the background, they're kind of screaming over a board game or something. But honestly, I don't think it's worth it to me right now to pay any money for that. So if you guys know any person, like I said, or any websites or programs that can do it for free, let me know, because I found a few and they kind of suck, to be honest. And I'm pretty much just looking to make things look better and fresher and stuff like that. And the second thing was pretty much like how I feel in Call of Duty, the developers and, you know, the actual companies themselves don't listen to most people, and the majority of opinions voiced are actually you know, the people that say something and things get changed, that's just like the smallest part of the community. And what I mean by that is, if you want to take like esports for example, esports is a huge thing right now, and there's plenty of people that are into watching it and stuff, but the actual amount of pro players compared to the general population of Call of Duty is really small. Like the people playing League Play and Black Ops 2 compared to the people playing public matches, it's obviously like a small percentage. But I feel like whenever a pro player, you know, with a bunch of followers, such as someone in Optic, complains about something, like immediately the developers reply to them on Twitter. You know, they're like, oh, that's such a good idea, thank you, and then they change it. And I feel like if I were to say something, then I just kind of get ignored. You know, I don't really matter to them. And I guess from like a business perspective it makes sense, because a lot of people will see their interactions on Twitter and it makes them look like they care about the community, and they see that they're making changes, you know, based on their favorite YouTubers and stuff like that. So I guess it makes sense from a business perspective, but as a customer I just don't feel like I matter to any of the companies, and I'm sure I actually don't. You know, I don't think that they actually care about what people think about their game, as long as they're making money somehow. So I feel like it's kind of unfair, and I guess I'm just a poor sport or a sore loser that I don't have millions of subscribers, and you know, I don't get flown out to the events and the DLC, and I feel like if they were to care more about, you know, your average player, then I think the game would be much better. But that's just my opinion. You know, it's really hard to listen to the average player if the average player doesn't speak up, because I mean, if you think about it, if you think about you're probably not the average player if you're watching like YouTube videos on Call of Duty, and you're probably like, you care about the game, you know, you invest time into it. But the average player, like some of my friends, they play it like once or twice a week, and you know, they have the same complaints that we do, but they don't go on Twitter and complain. They don't go on, what's that, Reddit and complain or anything. They don't send emails, nothing like that. They just you know, the thing that they do is not buy DLC, and that's their statement to the company, saying, I didn't like your game. And they've already made their money off you, so they don't really care. So I don't know what I'm really trying to prove. I just feel like I wish that they had a community manager instead of like Michael Condrey, because Michael Condrey is a studio head. He's not the community manager. And he's doing a good job as the studio head, in my opinion. But I feel like, and it's not just Sledgehammer, it's not just Michael Condrey. You know, I feel like Infinity Ward and Treyarch, only listen to MLG and YouTubers, and that's just my opinion, and I'm really rambling at this point, and anything I were to say from now on would be repetitive, well, more repetitive than it's been. But pretty much just have a happy new year. I hope that you all be sober and stuff, and if you're not, then stay in your house. Don't drive anywhere. And for you in Australia, happy 2015. I'll see you guys next year. Never heard that joke before. Bye.